Welcome to the sharing of my experiences uh, at different stages of my life. Today I will discuss about the experience which I have in the year of 2009 when I was still studying doctorate, and I was studying in Jadavpur University, Calcutta. So there, for a celebration of the World Environment Day, we had visited a place known as Bonny Camp. It is a very remote place at that time, and it is situated in the Sunderban National Park, just opposite to the core area, in the banks of the Pittaduri River. And you have to embark on a launch at the Canning port, and from there it takes at least 3 to 4 hours to reach the Bonny Camp. This Bonny Camp is a type of forest camp or forest beat office which was converted into resort-like structure. You can stay there if you have the permission. You can dine there. There is a watchtower through which you can watch tigers, crocodiles, etc. The main thing is that it is surrounded by lush green forest, mangrove forest, and it also has a freshwater pond, which is very rare in Sundarban because Sundarban is very near to Bay of Bengal. As a result, the river water is extremely brackish or extremely salty, and the animals cannot consume that river water. So they depend upon rainwater to satisfy their need of fresh water. So that is why, for the benefit of the animals living in Sundarbans, the forest department often develops rainwater harvesting ponds where they store the fresh water which comes actually from the rainwater, not any other source. Because river is totally salty due to the mixing of saline water from the sea, and there is no groundwater contribution as such, so they depend solely upon rainwater to satisfy the need of the animal as well as the people living there. Although in and around Bonny Camp, no people stay because it is totally under forest, which are inhabited by at least 3 to 4 Royal Bengal Tigers. And just opposite to Bonny Camp is the core area, and this Bonny Camp is actually situated in the Sunni Island. Sundarban is actually a group of islands in the mouth of the Ganga River. Actually, the Ganga River, although this group of islands, there are many islands, some large, some small, some medium size. So one of the island is Sunni Island, and within this Sunni Island, this Bonny Camp is situated. So what happened is that day was World Environment Day, and we are, as I was doing my doctorate in water resource and under the School of Water Resource Engineering of Jadavpur University, and School of Water Resource is attached or adjacent to the Regional Center of National Afforestation and Eco Development Board. So this is a board which is in short referred to as RCNEB, They conduct different training programs with the IFS officers of all over India. The IFS officers come from all over the India, and some annual training programs are conducted for them. In addition to that, they are actively involved in different afforestation activities in different parts of the East and Northeast India. East and Northeast India. And as a part of those programs, we have to celebrate World Environment Day. So in total, 14 number of people embarked on the journey to Bunny Camp to celebrate the World Environment Day at that location with the local people. So it was a unique idea, and the team comprises of senior people and junior people. And in 2009, I was only 32 years old. So I had gone with my friends, some colleagues and some juniors. And we had total 4 persons whose age is similar, and we were good bonding within ourselves. So after we embark on our journey, the car pick us from our home at around 6 a.m. in the morning, and on Canning Port we take launches, and that launch take 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours to reach Bonny Camp. And yes, indeed, Bonny Camp is wonderful. It is a very nice place, surrounded by lush green forest, and inside Bonny Camp it is there is staying place where you can stay in the night, dining place, fruit and flower gardens, and the entire area is protected from all the animals living there with the help of an electrified fence. And 4 to 6 people live there and manage that park. And there is one cook is there and 2, 3 supporting person. But that area is under the code area, under the protection of forest department, and they do not give permission to anyone except specially taken permission, like how we take the permission. We want to celebrate World Environment Day with the local people. So that is why we are allowed to visit that place. And some of us of the team will also stay there for the night. And in that Bonny Camp, there is a watchtower, and in front of that watchtower, there is that freshwater pond. And every morning and every evening, tigers will come there. Along with tigers, there will be boar, wild boar, deer, and remember, Sundarban has no elephant. So this, and no rhinoceros also. So within the big five, it has tiger, no lion either. Only Royal Bengal Tiger, wild boars, these are present, and they come there to drink their daily quota of fresh water. And at that time, if you are in the watchtower, you can see them, you can watch them, you can videograph them. And in the entire Sundarban, the highest chance of sighting a Royal Bengal tiger is from that watchtower. Because generally tigers are very shy animals and they will not come easily. And in Sundarban it is very rare to spot a tiger due to the geophysical characteristics of the location. Now we embark on the long journey. We reach the Bonny Camp. We celebrate the World Environment Day. And after then, due to some pre-occupancy, we 4 similar age people, we embark upon the launch for our return journey. So I think the time was around 4 in the evening. So within seven we were supposed to reach Canning Port, and then we'll take the car which will stay there, or which are staying there and waiting for us, and we'll take the car and return back to home. That was the plan. And in this aspect, I want to add another thing. The sarin, or the driver of the launch that we have taken, is a aged person, not very aged person, 50 to 60 years of age, and has lots of experience in driving launches in these turbulent waters of Sundarban rivers. So he is very expert in driving the launch there. So the location of Bonny Camp is, as you can see, this red mark is showing you the location of Bonny Camp, BONNIE. This is actually the core area. So here you see all the Sundarban, these different types of islands. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, so many islands. It is actually a conglomerate of islands in the mouth of the Ganga river. Now this is your the real confluence of Ganga and Bay of Bengal. This is all Bay of Bengal. So this is Haldia Port, and this is Bonny Camp, and Canning Port is located here, as you can see. And this is Calcutta. So from Calcutta we come Canning, and from Canning through the Matla river and the Vidaduri river. This one is the Vidaduri river. Okay, so this is your Canning Port. This is Canning Port. We come through Matla river, then this is our Vidaduri river. Okay, and then we reached it through a khadi to Bonny Camp. So that was our travel path. Okay, right, and the return journey is same. We go there. Sometimes they take this path, sometimes they take the same path and go there. And we are also taking the same path and visiting back to Canning Port. Now here you remember another thing. This entire Sundarban falls both in North and South 24 Pargana of West Bengal state of India, and the Sundarban is also present. Actually, the more area of Sundarban is Bangladesh compared to what India has, and so this North and South 24 Pargana, southern part is actually the Sundarban. Okay, now let us go to the next slide. This is the launch. So this is just for demo purpose, but this is I think will give an idea, but not. This is a very poor condition launch. And then this launch we have taken. So here I want to say the main story. I have given a lot of preamble. So let me tell the real story. So we return back to the Canning Port, and we are in the Vidadari river. The Sarin was driving the launch very nicely. A smooth breeze was flowing, and as this was the dusk, so the birds were returning back to their home, and the entire place has a eerie silence because it is just within the forest now. The nearest locality is at least 2 to 3 hours away. So it's a lovely place, lot of tranquility and lot of silence there. All the sound is the chirping sound of the bird and nothing more, and that the water flowing sound. So the entire scenery is beautiful. I cannot forget that scenario. The sky was clear blue, and The water was flowing fine, not turbulent, not very slow. It is medium what we need. And the wind is beautiful, cold breeze, I will say. Cold breeze. So it's a very nice weather. So what happens, we are going back, and as you know, we are a team of 14 people, from where 10 people stays there, and 4 people who are of similar age are returning back due to their pre-occupancies. Now all the senior people of the group were staying in the island, in the Bami camp. We 4 people, our age was around 28 to 34, we are returning back, and as a result what happened is we are in the party mood. We are banging the plastic bottles, we are running here and there, we are shouting and singing and dancing with a, transistor. So we are doing lots of things, lots of mischievous things, which actually was disturbing the driver from the very beginning. So the driver was constantly saying that don't do this, that don't make any sound, I am not being able to concentrate on my drive. But we thought that this is an experienced driver, he can easily take us through. So we are enjoying, and after that, we are bored with banging plastic bottles and singing by ourselves. So we start to chase each other, shout at each other, and doing all this thing. Physical activities, you can see some mischievous physical activities. Like that, jumping from, now our launch has 2 floors. So in the top floor we used to stay, we used to sit, we used to eat, we used to enjoy the sceneries. And in the ground floor actually we used to sleep. That was a sleeping place. There was toilet also, bed also, separate chambers also. Nice and so we are enjoying. Even if the driver was requesting us not to do so much party, but we are not hearing him. Okay, so as a result, what happens when you do not hear a experienced person? You have to face the consequence. Suddenly, what happens? The driver get frustrated, and we are also saying that instead of 3 hours, it is now nearly 4 hours, and we cannot see our destination, that is Canning Port. So where are we heading? So we go to the driver, and driver asks the driver that where are we going, man? The driver gets agitated, he shouts at us and says that we are lost in this green, in this or in and around this forest land, the largest mangrove forest of the world, inhabited by lots of tigers, and those tigers like Royal Bengal Tigers. They are extremely cunning tigers, and whenever they will see some unsuspectable living being, even if it is human, he will attack. He will attack. So, because there is many histories of people, even at the time of disembarking or coming down from the launch, the tiger was hiding just in the downside of the jetty, and suddenly he jumps onto that unsuspecting passenger of the launch or boat and take him or her away as a lunch or dinner. So these things the tigers can do, and we are in the middle of that land and we are lost. And also remember that these water, the river waters, are full of crocodiles. Yes, man-eating crocodiles, and also comet. there is something known as commod. Commod is a very sharp-nosed fish, and it loves to eat human flesh, not any kind of flesh. So these things are there in the water, so you cannot swim back to the mainland. And the land which are in the bank of the river has mangrove forest full of wild tigers. Now you imagine what happened to the person who get lost in this area. So we all of four of us are stunned by hearing this news. So we should say that let us try our mobile phone to alert our authority. But yes, certainly in Sundarban and so much remote area, yes, none of our mobiles were working. That means they are all out of network. And so the Sarang, what he do is, after 10 long years, he takes out his SOS machine, the machine which is used for sending SOS, save us. So he then tried to open it, but it was defunct for 10 years. And when you make any electronic or electrical appliance unused for 10 years or more, that appliance automatically get bored with you and it doesn't function anymore. So the Saring was trying to function it out by using oil, by putting his hand on the switch repeatedly. So all in vain. So after then what happens, to save fuel or to conserve fuel, the driver shut down the launch and we are boarding in the middle of the night, in the middle of the river. The time was around 7 to 8 p.m. Although due to the phosphorus content of the river water, because it is mixed with saline water of sea, so there is a glow from the water, so which help us visualize what is happening in and around us. And also in those areas, dusk comes slowly but steadily. So we are seeing whatever happening in and around us, but we are frightened because this area is popular for not only Royal Bengal Tiger, not only crocodiles, not only comets, but also dacoits. Many boats and many launches have been roped by these dacoits. Although the frequency of incidents is far less what is there in the earlier 50 years ago. But still it happens. And you know, the forest rangers, one forest rangers were deputed to us for our safe return. He was also very angry with us and he directly blamed us that due to your lackluster approach, casual approach, we are stuck here. So we also get agitated and there is a heated quarrel among each other. And believe it or not, that was the only sound we are hearing in that area. The entire area is silent, only the chirping sound of the birds sometimes. And after half an hour, that sound also get over. At that time, only the sound of the dreaded hunting, shimmering sound of the owls were heard at a regular interval. So all the night creatures who hunt in the night, the shouting of owls signifies that they are all out and searching for their food. So we do not want to be the food of any of those animals. But yes, the land is full of tiger, water is full of crocodile, where you can go instead of waiting. So we are waiting for the help, but again the situation is against us because this Boni camp is not accessible to everyone. You have to take special permission. So that place which leads to Monaco is not frequented by the boats, normal boats or launch steamers, etc. All actually take the Matla river to move towards the Haldia port because from Matla it is near. Okay, so this area, this part of Vitadari is entirely lonely. But this time, this very day, we are there to assist Vitadari in his to reduce his, or you can say, hard loneliness. Jokes apart, this was a very dire situation, and I wish no one falls into this situation in the near future. Be he knows me, be he does not know me. So we are waiting and waiting and waiting. Then suddenly the driver comes out, that training support team comes out, and also the brothers comes out, three brothers. So it was decided that as food is very scarce, water is very scarce, we will use those two things very wisely and very smoothly. Okay. So this was our plan, and so what happened? We were waiting and again discussing, but not making any mischief because this time we are in tension. So during this time, some of the forest rangers say that okay, we can avoid Royal Bengal tiger, we can avoid crocodiles because crocodiles will not disturb someone on the big boat like launch. They think those boats or those launches are the big animal, so they will not disturb us. But tiger is cunning, so if tiger has the scope, it can take prey from the top part of the launch also. It is not that if you are in the top floor and you are in top floor but no one else is there, you can survive. But there are many people outside it, you cannot survive. Okay, so that was the problem. So, time was flowing out, sun set. We see the beautiful sunset whose picture I am showing here. It was one of the best sunset we had, and at that time also we do not know what is there for us in the future. So we had enjoyed the sunset, but we are mischieving among each other, so we have not enjoyed the sunset all. We have enjoyed a lot of things. Okay. Now what happens is that sunset, entire place is dark, and we are very tired with our activities that day. In the morning it was what celebration of World Environment Day. In the evening we are running each other out. We are doing many things mischievous. So we are very tired. At that time, someone from the forest ranger said that, yeah, there is Royal Bengal tiger, there is crocodile, but they will generally not disturb human beings. So the person or the creature which can disturb you, which can kill you, is a reptile, that is a snake, known to be Minal Kanti or like that. This is the name of the snake. The specialty of the snake is like this. Even if it doesn't bite you, even if it just give a slip or a lick on any part of your body, you will die within no time. So that snake was so deadly that we generally avoid that type of snake with us. Okay. So this was the situation. Forest rangers are saying Sheuri Chata, that is the name of the snake, may come here because they are in love with cockroaches, rats, and the launch has lot of cockroaches, lot of rats. So, and suddenly I have to go to the toilet, which is very integral. And I move to the toilet and I hear that, and I hear that the situation will carry on. Now it is 12 past midnight, so still nothing happening. So we have all surrendered to our destiny. We are extremely tired, so we fall asleep. Then we don't know how much time we are asleep, but suddenly what happened is there was commotion in the top floor. We are sleeping in the ground floor. There was commotion in the top floor. So we also rush out of that. We thought that some dacoits may have attacked our launch, but that was not the case. So we run towards them, and the driver gleefully informed us that yes, one boat was there. He has agreed to guide us towards our destination. So we are very happy at that time. We are praising our destiny. Just 1 hour before or 5 minutes before, we are blaming our destiny like anything. But now we are praising our destiny like it. All three of us or four of us. So this is the picture of that mangrove forest just opposite to our body camp. Similar, not exact that. So these waters, you will be very. These waters are famous for crocodiles, and these lands are famous for tigers. Okay, and also these waters are very famous for comets, and the water is, yes, sometimes dacoits come. However, that is not required now because a new boat has joined us. It has everything okay. He knows where he is going. So the serving of our launch gleefully said that go and embark on that launch instead of us. It will help you to reach your destination on time. So as a result, we at last embark on that new launch and move towards our home. That means whoever wherever staying, they can go there, enjoy the holidays, and yes, how we reach our home at that night, that I have missed. So what happened is the boat was found, our Saling was following that boat, and ultimately we reach Canning at the wee hour of the night. No one is sleeping, and no one is awake. So what happened is that the court ordered 2 rooms there, they were opened, and they were asked to sit there for a time being. Okay. So it is. So what happened is that ultimately we had found our destiny. We returned back to the Canning port, and what the time was around actually 2 p.m. So it was quite a night. Just after 2 hours, the sunlight will come. So there was no car. Certainly, they have returned back to their home. So the surveying of our launch arranges one home to stay for the night. We stayed there, and in the morning, wee hour of morning, we call the cars back, and the car take us at speed towards our home. And we are extremely tired, and our family members were not very agitated or not thinking much, because they thought that okay, they have probably stayed there at the night due to some reason. So they are not worrying much. That was a very fortunate thing to happen. So we slept, we slept like a baby because of the exhaustion we had that day. And after then, we woke up with a lesson that when someone is working, don't disturb, otherwise you'll face consequence. So that person, that servant was working, was driving the launch, and we were constantly disturbing him. So as a result, the launch was lost, and we had this dreaded experience where our life was at our stake. So thank you for your patient hearing. Let us see when I again share a good experience of my life with you. Thanks, and kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my Substack channel, I Tell Differently.